The idea for Picdiversity came out of a conversation that I had with a friend of mine, Nettie, who's a teacher. She told me that she was frustrated because she couldn't find diverse imagery to use in her classroom. She uses imagery to illustrate classroom behaviors and subject objectives. And at first, I couldn't believe it. And I talked to my mom, who is also a teacher, and she told me that she was actually drawing images to use in the classroom. That is a problem. I think it's significant that our first shoot is in Chicago because Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in our country. The demographics of our neighborhoods directly affect the demographics of our classrooms. I think our community was excited to get involved in Picdiversity because it's one way to do something about it. Right now, most of the photos teachers need don't exist at all, only show Caucasian children, or cost too much. That's a problem. It's a problem that so many of these photos haven't even been created. It's a problem that the ones that do exist we've attached a cost to. And it's a huge problem that the photos children are exposed to usually don't reflect the diversity of themselves or their peers. When children see themselves in classroom images, it says they have a place in the classroom, and that's something they need to hear more of. That's the mission of Picdiversity, and that's why we want your support. We just had our first photo shoot and created images that teachers requested for their classrooms. Our goal is to do this on a national scale. We need your help to build a website that allows us to crowdsource teachers' photo needs. Our work boils down to 3 steps. The first step is to identify the images teachers actually need. The way this will work on our website is a teacher logs in and is directed to a page where they can see the need that other teachers in their grade group have already identified. They check off the ones they agree with, and then they add their own unique needs. This lets us identify the most popular needs and create images most efficiently. Step 2 is the photo shoot. In the photo shoot, we create the images that our teachers have identified that they need. In the final step, we upload the images to a stock photography library. The teachers are then allowed to log in and download the images for use in their classroom for free. The theme for our first shoot was job professions. We polled a number of teachers and found that a common need was images to use in job charts.
My name is Nereida Dockett, and I teach kindergarten at Lewis Elementary in the Austin neighborhood of Chicago. As a teacher, it can get very frustrating to find pictures that resemble the students in my class. In the Austin neighborhood of Chicago, a majority of my students are African American, and I would try to make anchor charts to teach them different procedures in the class and would Google different images, and it was always only Caucasian children. And I think it's okay to have some that have Caucasian children in them, but I wanted more diversity in the pictures so they could see themselves in the pictures and the charts and things like that. So I just happened to be at dinner with one of my friends, Rachel, and was talking to her about some of my frustrations with that. And that's all it was. It was just a conversation with my friend, and she took that conversation and made it into a thing to help teachers.
I'm Brian Dockett. I've been a photographer for 5 years now. I was approached by Rachel to be involved in a new project she was rolling out. I knew it involved children. I knew it involved the classroom. And I knew it was to fill a gap that didn't exist with urban kids. I've had firsthand experiences with my wife being a teacher, the struggle and the need for images that relate to the kids that's actually exorbitant information, or to see them to have a role model of sorts. And just from conversations with my wife, these images don't exist, or they're hard to come by. So Rachel told me about the project. She told me about Picdiversity and what they wanted to accomplish, and I was all in.
In order to continue the work that we're doing, we need your support. I strongly believe that supporting our teachers is a community effort. Giving financially or supporting us in any way you can would really help make this dream a reality. On the side of this page, we have a number of different levels of giving. Anything you can give is appreciated and will go towards creating more shoots and creating more images. The great thing about what we do is that when we create one image, let's say 50 teachers download that one image and there's 20 kids in each of their class. That one image will have an impact on about 1,000 children. And those numbers are a little bit more conservative. So we really believe that we have an opportunity here with a little bit of work to have a strong impact nationally. We invite you to join us with this work and to get excited about the mission like we are.